Hi, my name is Erin, and today I'm going to show you how to use the Web 2.0 tool called Mindomo. This is a mind mapping website that is really good for organizing ideas, and you can use this as a teacher, you can use this as just everyday, the way you organize, but the reason why I specifically chose this one is because you can create assignments on here for students to complete. Of course, with anything free, you can always upgrade, so you can get some more of the flashy options on here. And of course, you would have to sign up. I think all you have to do is add your name, your email address, a password, and they email you a confirmation link, and you click on that link, and you're done. So I'm going to go ahead and log in, and I already have all my information remembered on here. So when I logged in for the first time, these two were already here. The getting started with Mindomo in the classroom and a sample mind map. So basically this bottom one is just showing you how to use it, in the classroom, how to create the assignments, so on and so forth. And then this is the sample mind map. Of course, this is a more complex one. You can make them as simple or as complex as you want. So you see they have their main concept in the middle on using mind map assignments with your students. Then they have assignment suggestions. They have the different, topics under here like biology, and you click on the tab and it's like, subtopics of cells, body systems, plant systems, animal systems, and it also looks like they have like a PDF attached with it as well. You can go to geography and it has, subtopics as well. So you can really make this as complex as you need. And then it tells you, how you actually, the steps of what you would do to create an assignment, which I'll show you here in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and create my own. So I'm going to go back to my home page by clicking the red box with the logo. And of course you have to wait for it to load. And I'm just going to create a new one. So I was trying to figure out which topic I was going to do. And since I had done weather on a previous assignment, I just decided to update it to a more advanced level, so 5th grade. I'm not saying you couldn't use this with younger grades, but you couldn't have them do assignments. I wouldn't make a kindergartner go on here and try to create their own mind map. I mean, I'm pretty sure they could probably do it, but that's not the point. So I'm going to do it for 5th grade, and I'm just going to create a blank one. And you can make it public on the website so other people can see it, or you can create a map password, so if you want other people to see it, they have to have the password to even view it. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new one, and it's going to load. And it's going to start off with my title in the middle as the main concept. So I'm going to go ahead and insert some subtopics here. So they need to be able to read a thermometer, and as well as being able to understand what a barometer is. So basically this kind of mind map that I'm creating right now is basically like a study guide where I would have them create their own mind map based off of this stuff on here, so that they're giving me most of the information, not the other way around, so that it's active learning. So water cycle, can't spell today, and then clouds. So as you can see, I have 5 topics here. I'm just gonna kind of spread them out here. And one of the cool things I like about this website is you can insert images and hyperlinks, but of course if you want to add like actual images that you've uploaded or video or audio to this, it is a premium. Like I'm going to click on it and I'm going to try and insert something, or I'm just going to go attach and browse, and as you can see it pops up with the whole premium feature upgrade now, so other ways to get premium. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to insert a hyperlink. I've already looked up a good picture of actually the water cycle, and so I'm just going to insert that. I have it already pulled up. I googled an image, and I really like this one because it's really simple. It only has 6 labels on it, and it would be really easy for them to be able to fill in the blanks. So I'm just going to copy this, paste it, and then exit out, and there it is. So I'm just going to show you. what happens when you click on it, it pulls it up. So it makes it real easy for students to be able to say, oh, okay, everything I need to study is already on here. I don't have to look up an image. So I'm going to do the same with clouds, and this is why I say I would not want them just Googling images, is as you can see, when I type in types of clouds, because I've already looked this up for this, I'm going to go to images, and as you can see, there are tons of images of the types of clouds, and this one's really complex over here by NASA. They wouldn't need to know all of that. So I really like this one. It's pretty simple. I'm just gonna go to view image and save the link. But that's why I wouldn't want them to go onto Google and look for images, because they'll get distracted. They won't be looking up what they're supposed to be looking up, or they'll be constantly asking you, like, oh, is this one good? Is this one good? And they're just gonna come up to you, and they're all fine, as you can see, but it's just easier if they already have it here and they know what they're looking at. Now here's the thing, there's a lot of clouds on this chart, as you can see. I'm just gonna pick 4 that maybe they need to know for the test coming up, or maybe an assignment. So I'm just gonna type in cumulus. I'm going to type in cumulonimbus. Cumulonimbus. Insert another one. There are shortcut keys, but I just prefer knowing that this is how I'm going to get a subtopic, because I always hit the wrong key, or I can't remember all of them. So you can learn the shortcut keys if you want. But say these are just the 4 that they need to know on the up and coming test. So they can look at this and be like, oh, I need to know the cumulus, I need to know the cumulonimbus, I need to know the stratus, and I need to know the cirrus. That way they're not overwhelmed by the picture, and when they're looking, if they had to look up pictures, they're not like, oh my gosh, this is so much to learn. These are the only 4 they would need to know. Now with the thermometers, since this is kind of like a study guide, I'm just going to kind of insert like a side note that says, okay, for thermometer, I'm just going to say, be able to read a thermometer in Fahrenheit and in Celsius. That's just going to be like a little side note for them. Of course, we would discuss wind and everything like that in class, but as like a reminder for them, if when they're doing this assignment, is that it's very useful in predicting weather. And the same with the barometer. I would just kind of give them small hints that, it measures air pressure. And of course we would go into more detail, and I would go ahead and insert another subtopic on here saying useful in predicting weather. And apparently I misspelled something. Oh, okay, I didn't add a space. Okay, and then this one, I'm just gonna go ahead and minus it, and they can if they need hints, I'll be like, okay, well, you see that little tab down there? Go ahead and click that, and then when they read that, I would say, okay, does that help you where, what you need to do? As I said, the water cycle, the picture is pretty self-explanatory. I would tell them make sure they know the chart and stuff like that. And so I'd go ahead and subtract all these. So they're kind of like hints, so that they can, do this on their own. So I'm just gonna say this. This is like I said, this is a really simple mind map. Of course, you can make it as complex as you need. So I'm gonna go back to the home page, and it automatically saves it. I love how you don't have to go through a bunch of stuff to try and have to save it. It automatically saves it. So as I said, that was like a study guide. So I'm going to create an assignment for the students, and I'm going to name it Weather Study Guide. And I'm just going to push create. It has the title on there. You can add an assignment description. So I'm going to say create, or I'm going to say pick one of the main topics of weather that we covered in class. Then make a mind map explaining that topic. And like I said, you can do it individually, but it gets really confusing if every student, has to have an account on this website. Every student has to have technology. I would say work collaboratively in a group, and I would say just because there's 5 topics, I would create 5 groups, and it says work collaboratively on a new map. I don't want them to work on a new map. I want them to work on the one that I had created as a study guide. So I would, they would list all the mind maps that you've created so far. I just want them to do the weather, and then that's it. All you would do is update assignment, and it's posted. Of course, there's no students on here because I don't have students to do this with. And like you said, it says, invite students by giving, putting in their email address. You could probably do this more for high school students, have each of them have their own account. But like I said, I would just create like 5 accounts, put them into groups, have them do it in class, especially with elementary students. And I'm just going to show you what it would look like when the students click on it. So view as a student. And this is what they would see. They would be able to click on everything, be able to read it. They will be able to access the images that we inserted, and so on. And then they would just start assignment. And there is no existing group, so there would have to be a group created, and then they would just complete the assignment in their groups. As I said, as a high school teacher, you could probably get away with having each of them have their own account, but it's really good to work with groups. And of course, I'm just going to go back to the main and kind of wrap this up. You can create any kind of mind maps. This doesn't just have to be for teaching. It's really good teaching tool though, but you can use this in everyday life if you need to map something out. Some people really like using these for shopping lists, different places in different spots and so on and so forth. But it's a really good teaching tool, and as you could see on the more complex one that they gave me, you can really make this a very great learning tool. I'll just go ahead and show you what they did on one of the PDFs. So I'm just going to go to, I think science didn't have one. I think the biology had one. They inserted some stuff. This is their own logo. They have some PDFs or links already inserted that's on the website that you can use. And I'm hoping this is going to load before I run out of time. Yeah, see, this is you can get this off of the Mindomo website. You can insert one of these yourself. So this says, grade level 6 to 8, and it has, the objectives and the benefits, and you just click start now, and it has already a mind concept map to it. So you can even use one of their previous mind maps to insert to supplement your information, because maybe the way you formatted it, they can't learn that way, and maybe they like more of an interactive one. So I think it's really cool that they have that feature where there's already some previous mind maps created, and then this one has a YouTube video. I'm assuming it's just a how-to video from their own website. So, but like I said, this is a really great website, and I'm just gonna go ahead and log out now. And I hope you really enjoyed this video.